The Uwell Crown Mini. How's it going, everybody? This is Andy with AskValleyVapes.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Uwell Crown Mini. Now this is a mini version right here of the regular original Uwell Crown, not the Crown 2 or the Crown 2.5. So like always, we're going to go over the basics of this Crown Mini, have a quick vape on it, then we're going to dive in, take a close-up look, see what it comes with, take a look at the tank up close, then we'll bring it back up top, play around with the wattage, and have a few more vapes on the Crown Mini, and I'll give you my overall thoughts. Starting off with the basics on the Uwell Crown Mini, it is a 22mm diameter tank. It does have top filling and bottom filling. It has dual adjustable airflow on the bottom, and it has a 2 ml e-liquid capacity. This tank right here comes with a 0.25 ohm coil pre-installed, and it also comes with an additional 0.5 ohm Crown coil. Now the coils used in this are the same coils used in the original Crown. So if you did like the original Crown coils, chances are you're going to like these coils too, because they are the same coils. And the airflow on this Crown Mini right here is pretty much the same as the airflow on the Crown, if not identical. I actually don't have the original Crown here to compare for the airflow, but from what I can remember and looking at pictures online, it looks like it's nearly identical. It might be a tiny bit smaller, the airflow on the Crown Mini, but if it is, it's not by much. Let's go ahead and have a quick vape on it. This is with the 0.25 ohm coil in here at 40 watts. Alrighty, here we have the packaging on the Crown Mini. You have the Crown Mini right there, glass replacement piece right there, 0.5 ohm replacement coil right here. You can take a look at the standard 0.5 ohm replacement coil. You can see vertical coil inside of there, airflow on the bottom. You get a piece of replacement glass here for the Crown Mini in case you do break yours. Then you'll get a packet here with a bunch of additional O-rings. Here you can see the Crown Mini, same design as the original Crown minus the drip tip on here. They did give it a shortened down drip tip, more of a lower profile than that super elongated one that came on the original Crown. You have the dual adjustable airflow on the bottom. It's got 4 ball bearing clicks till it's fully open. What happens on one side will be replicated there on the other side. It does have a 2 ml e-liquid capacity, and it does have top filling by just unscrewing the top. Pouring your e-liquid down these little side holes. There's 4 side holes right here. Just make sure not to get it down that middle portion. If for some reason you did want to fill from the bottom, you do have that option available as well. Just want to get it down the side hole instead of right down the drip tip. Here you can see that Crown Mini on the RX Mini right here. 22mm diameter base, so it will sit nice and flush on most devices there, as you can see. Just so you can see on another mod here, it is on the Taro Nano. You can see it does look nice on here as well. 22mm diameter, sits nice on the center located 510. That's going to wrap up this close-up, but if you guys have any questions on the Crown Mini or if I missed something, please let me know down in the comments. For now, let's bring it back up top and mess around with the wattage a little bit on this 0.25 ohm coil inside of this Crown Mini. Alright, now that we've got the close-up out of the way, let's go ahead and have a few more vapes on it. I bumped it up to 50 watts here on the 0.25 ohm coil. Right before the close-up, it was at 40 watts, so this is going to be 10 watts higher. It performs good there at 50, but I can tell it needs a little bit more power, so we're going to bump it up to 60 watts here. Alright, this is at 60 watts, just using the Moku Uwatsu Cuties in here, so it is a higher VG e-liquid. These Crown 0.25 ohm coils, 60 is that sort of bottom of the range that I personally like. I know people that do vape them lower, but I like it at 60. Let's go ahead and bump it up to 70 and have a quick vape on it. 70 watts is nice and smooth, no dry hits. You can chain vape it without a problem there. I just had to fill up the tank with a little bit more e-liquid there. But at 70 watts, it is good. It's not too warm. It's a pretty good vape. My sweet spot with these Crown coils I've found personally is at the 65 range. That's what I like. I like it 65 watts, airflow all the way open on both sides there. That's what I personally think is the best. Let me know what you guys think on the Crown coils. What is your preferred wattage? Personally though, like I said, I like that 65 range. 70, it seems a tad bit high. I know it's only 5 watts, but 65 just seems perfect. My overall thoughts on the Uwell Crown Mini, it's the same thing as the Crown. I mean, if you liked the Crown, you're going to like this because it's just a shrunken down version of the original Crown. Uses the same coils, it's got the same style. The one noticeable change they did was make the drip tip less obnoxious. It's not that huge, long, protruding drip tip. It's a shorter, lower profile drip tip, which I do like because I hated that drip tip on the original Crown. But you will like it if you liked the original Crown. Since it's not that much smaller than the original Crown, if you do have it, I wouldn't see a reason there to go ahead and pick this on up unless you really did love that Crown and you want a smaller, low profile, stealthier tank, even though it's not that much different. If you have the original Crown right now though and you think you're going to get better performance or different flavor from this, I would not suggest picking it up because you're going to be getting the same exact vaping experience just with a 2 mil e-liquid capacity. If you've never tried the Crown though, and you would rather have the 2 mil capacity compared to the original Crown, then I would recommend it. The Crown was one of the most popular sub-ohm tanks of all time. The Crown definitely had a cult following, a huge success. It was one of the most popular, like I said, of all time on the sub-ohm tanks. If you never used the Crown 1 though, one thing to note is there is a break-in period, at least from my experience with these tanks. It takes about 3 to 4 tanks full of liquid before the coil is broken in. So if you get it right away, you start tasting it, you think the flavor's not too good, you do want to give it about 3 or 4 tanks to break in. The Crown 1 does have the longest break-in period for their coils in my experience, and that's not a bad thing. These coils do last a good amount of time too. People report getting like 2 to 3 weeks off of one coil without having to swap it. So that's another big bonus on the Crown and the Crown Mini here. So that is pretty much going to wrap up this video though on the Crown Mini. If you have any questions on the Uwell Crown Mini or any other vape related questions in general, please leave a comment down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And as always, vape on.